You can sit out here on the porch of the Star Bed and Breakfast, and you don't have to sit there very long, and you see the police car coming through. We had people stay here this weekend, as most of the people in Star are aware when someone's staying here. And they were sitting out there, and they said that police car goes by about every 30 minutes or an hour. And we were talking, sort of comparing it with where Andy Griffith show was filmed out in Mayberry. I said, yes, that's our Mayberry car going by. So anyway, we have a good police department.
The drawbacks to a small town is whenever you're having to enforce the law, it's personal. We know each other on a personal level, so sometimes it makes it difficult, but we do our jobs.
This town has a population around 870. We got 4 policemen that kind of take care of everything, and
you have jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been on the force, Danny?
I've been here in Star a little over 4 years.
Were you in police work before that, or?
Not really. I started out before that. I have a biomedical engineering degree. I've traveled all over the world fixing hospital equipment in hospitals and universities.
What caused you to change?
Wanted to be able to give back more to my community. I've been a fireman for 18 years. You know, I love being able to help people out and do those kind of things. My son was on up in getting a good start in elementary school. So wanted to be home. I was gone, 3 or 4 days a week, sometimes more than that, being gone 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So I just didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to spend with my son, and I used the opportunity to go into police force. If you would pull right in behind his car. You will see passengers when they pull up, or you see people as they drive away making phone calls to tell other people that we're having a checkpoint at a certain spot. I've actually saw it posted on Facebook. Be careful if you're headed through Bisco. They have a checkpoint at such and such a spot. And so they warn everybody in the world, technology is good for us, but it's also a hindrance,
Hey, y'all doing all right?
Most of them thought I was crazy to give up the job I had, making the money that I used to make this change. And, my mom's side of it, I guess like most females, is looking at the side of, you may not come home this evening. Yeah. But they enjoy it as well. They kind of a proud sense of, what I am doing for the community. And they hear a lot of feedback. If I do something wrong, they hear. It's a small county. They hear about it. If I do something good, they hear about it. So.
As a department, our challenge is we're not updated on equipment.
Okay.
We don't have in-car computers. A lot of the new programs that they're coming out with right now for law enforcement, you've got to have in-car computers. We can't run our own tags. There are programs out there so that we can see people's pictures if we're pulling up on somebody. It also would tell us if they're a violent offender, so that we know what type of person we're dealing with. Yeah, we had a big street brawl about 4 or 5 months ago, and it was started by all these little girls.
Oh gosh. Did it spread to adults? And
it spread to the mamas and daddies, and they ended up getting papers taken out on them. So, but now I'm here at this other residence, and I'm gonna check and see if this man has his serial numbers for his guns, and I'll be right back.
okay.
We have a mutual aid agreement with the departments in the county and with the Highway Patrol. And anytime we need help, we call them. If they need help, they call us. So we all work real well together. Bisco is just a mile down the road, and we work a lot with Bisco. We back them up, they back us up continuously.
I think then too is, about like the town of Star. it's small enough to be personal.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, my son's teacher has my personal cell phone. You know, if she has an issue during the day, if she needs anything, she'll just
Right.
call me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whenever I got out of high school, I went to work in a factory. We were constantly moving. We were on production, so we were constantly moving. When you get into law enforcement, it's a lot of sitting around and waiting.
Okay.
It's totally different, and I didn't expect that.
Come over here in early 2001, started working for the town as their chief of police, and we had a small agency just like they do now. At that time, the textiles was pretty good business. All the textile mills was full of people. You got Clayson's down here, you got where Renfro, where Star Works is now. There was probably close to 3,000 people a day in town.
Wow.
Maybe a little more. And then all of a sudden, capital was signed by the federal government. The next thing I know, you see knitting machines go out on the back of pickup trucks. So it's cheaper, it was better for them to scrap them and chunk them through the woods. And so what that did to the town, that pulled us down to a low, very low level. And we was concerned a couple of years during the mid-2000s, around 04, 05, 06, are we going to be able to survive as a town?
I've heard other law enforcement people say that domestic violence are, in their opinion, the most dangerous thing you can go on.
You can go on. People will turn on you just that quick. If we go to a husband and wife fussing and fighting, and we turn to arrest the husband, the wife can jump on you back in a hurry, and you don't even see it.
Governor 707 1042.
Well, you were telling me a little bit about impact on family and all. Are you and your wife still together, or
No. She packed up, met a fellow on the internet, and he'd actually flew in from the West Coast to meet her. And
do you think that, Dan, had anything to do with you being in the police department, or?
she's blamed, you know, it was the drastic money change and that kind of thing. You know, she's said all that before, but I really don't think so. It was just.
Unfortunately, in a small town, when there's not a lot for the young people to do, there's going to be more crime and drugs than there really need to be. So probably crack down on the drugs a little harder, but.
Pretty much somebody came over here to start. A man came over here to where his girlfriend's living, put a knife to her throat, put her in a truck with him, took him to her house, where he ended up stabbing her. On the way back, they threw a knife out the window, and he brought her back and threw her out of the truck, and, in my opinion, left her for dead.
And it was determined he had taken a drug overdose, or?
At this point, they think that he may have overdosed.
So it's undetermined at this point?
Undetermined at this point, right.
Okay.
The victim, I'm pretty sure she's going to be just fine, but this is very unusual. This kind of a case is very unusual.
How would you feel about your son being a police officer?
I'd be proud for him to be. You know, I don't know what the law enforcement's going to hold in the next 10 years. You know, but you know, it's a proud thing to be a part of.
Yes, I have one son that is 20. I've got one that is 12 right now, will be 13 this month. I prefer that they do something that's going to make them more money. I've been here for 12 years. I know a lot of these people on a personal basis. We're friends.
Yeah.
But I also have a job to do.
Do you find most of them understand that?
They do. I've lost friends over it, but I'm here to do a job, and I'm going to do my job.
Right.
So it's a good police department. Compared with others, I don't know all that much about other towns, but I'm going to say we should be up there in the top ranking on that.